Pelican 1 approaching pickup. Remember, you just have to survive the last 2 minutes. Hang in there, Helldiver.
Automaton Assassinators. Tonight's musical intro was Extraction by Studio Mercy. No, not my Choepessa, the other one. Studio Mercy is an esteemed member of the Freedom Alliance and a brilliant songsmith who does what he does without the smallest hint of AI tools involved, which in this day and age is really quite impressive. Now, get this, dear viewers. I have tried on 3 separate occasions to acquire Studio Mercy's content for promotion, and every time that I have tried, his page never showed me any music. Just Let's Play content. What the heck is going on here? Is it YouTube being YouTube, or was I not able to rent out the lone brain cell that all cats share? I report, you decide. Still, I took a single listen to the growling tones of that electric guitar, and I knew that I found a whole Super Destroyer's worth of content to promote. Now that YouTube is no longer sabotaging my efforts to do so, you're gonna want to keep it locked in here with Studio Mercy rocks your eardrums all the way from Cyberstan to the glorified depths of the TQZ. So, the evening news. As much as I would have liked to keep my uploads on a nightly basis, it does seem that life tends to get in the way of that, and such a thing just isn't possible.
More accurately, you've been too busy playing Total War Warhammer 3 to do anything more productive with your time.
Shush you! You shush!
Your pet cats are plotting a revolt if you do not clean their litter box more often.
Mercy, shut up!
Not to mention Samuel is quite put out over the laundry left in the...
Sorry about that, everybody. It looks like Mercy is experiencing some technical difficulties and won't be back with us until I plug his speakers back in. So the first thing on the list for tonight is the recently won major order, and I am legitimately surprised at how easy that kind of thing was. We liberated every single planet on the list with time to spare, and you guys even scored the optional objective. Well done, everybody. That wasn't so much a war as it was especially aggressive technical support using Jar 5 Dominators. The next thing I want to mention is the new war bond that's coming out, Redacted Regiment, that is due out on January 20th. This seems especially suited for stealthy infiltration work, and it has been something that my friend Electo has been wanting for a while now. You all know my stance on this kind of thing. I'm an ambush predator. I achieve stealth specifically due to the fact that there is no one left alive to report my whereabouts using a variety of tactics. Mostly precision orbital bombardment from a safe vantage point. That C4 does look nice though. I'll cover more details about this war bond in a focused video on the topic at a later date.
You mean when you can stop playing Skaven for 5 minutes?
Oh, darn it, I forgot about his stupid drones. Why won't this stupid thing turn off? Oi. That brings us to our current major order. High Command has ordered the commencement of the final phase of Operation Free Space. The resources gathered by the Helldivers have enabled the augmentation of the Democracy Space Station with a Star of Peace, a dark fluid-powered, high-heeled weapon capable of collapsing an entire planet into a black hole. This powerful defensive weapon will free the space occupied by enemy-controlled planets, thereby securing the continued prosperity of our citizens. Dark fluid reserves are below recommended levels, but concerns of facility damage and personnel loss cannot be allowed to stand in the way of peace. Hey, wait a second, what was that last bit? Please don't break Jesse because you all are a little too trigger-happy and you are unable to keep your war arousal levels under control. I am very fond of Jesse's ability to humiliate the mainframe on a monthly basis. Please don't take that away from me. The 3 potential targets have been identified, 1 per enemy faction. Penta, occupied by the automatons, Valmox of the Illimited Death Frontier, and the hive world of Zagon Prime. Despite failures, barely sufficient quantities of dark fluid have been synthesized to fire the Star of Peace 1 time at 1 planet. In an exercise of managed democracy, the Helldivers will vote to determine which of these planets to preemptively destroy. It is critical that the chosen planet be accessible to our forces. The Helldivers must ensure that a planet adjacent to the chosen planet is held under Super Earth control at the time of firing. For too long have the enemies of Super Earth oppressed our citizens with their self-righteous planetary occupation. The time has come to demonstrate the true power of freedom. And that brings us to galactic sphere movements for tonight. The Illimited Death Frontier has been practically abandoned, but that's not a shock to anybody. And for once, the terminated quarantine zone is a little undermanned. A full 55% of all Helldivers are working the planet of Lesath over, so it looks like Penta is due to experience a... pentakill. Yes, that. Richly deserved, if you ask me. Penta is where I scored my first and only complete squad wipe. See, I thought the airburst launcher meant that it would explode in the air. So I aimed it up into an approaching dropship. It did nothing to the bots, but it rained bomblets all over us. In my defense, this was the early days of experimental implementation of the airburst. It was still in a very finicky state way back when, and it would go off if a fly so much as farted on it. Really, that weapon is cursed. Now, I do have some concerns about this operation, namely that we have something of a track record when it comes to dabbling with dark fluid. A bad one. Really, we don't know enough about this stuff to handle it safely. The whole Meridia thing was us flying by the seat of our pants the entire time, and we got lucky beyond belief. Second, the Illimited can use black holes to get around. The only reason that they don't use Meridia anymore is because they know that the Helldivers are there and will pounce on them the second that they dip one pinky toe into our space like caffeine-soaked circus monkeys. Creating a new black hole might lead to Point B showing up somewhere in Illuminate space that is more convenient for them. Heck, we might even antagonize an entirely new alien race to come and kill us for all that we know. And this menace a trois is quite packed enough already, thank you very much. That's been Liberty's latest with me, ponderatheradioangel. Normally I try to drum up some enthusiasm for this major order like I always do, but this time, I don't know, Helldivers. I got a bad feeling about this one. Now, if you'll excuse me, I've got some tech support to do and some apologies to give out. I think Mercy might be a little sour at me. For liberty, for freedom, for democracy, and for Super Earth.